Why don't more white people celebrate Juneteenth? Now, you've been hearing me talk about the best ways for white people to celebrate Juneteenth. You've heard me share some free ways for white people to celebrate Juneteenth, but we have to get back to the root of why most white people don't celebrate Juneteenth and why most of y'all didn't even know Juneteenth existed until just a few years ago. Let's get into it. All right, I'm going to give you 3 main reasons why most white people do not celebrate Juneteenth. Before I get into these 3 reasons why most white people do not celebrate Juneteenth, I want to share a really great resource with you. That is this book called So You Want to Talk About Race by Ijeoma Oluo. You start with education. So read her book. You can borrow it from your local library and then put what you learn into practice. And if you want to take it a step further and you like learning from me, go to that link on my profile, join my Anti-Racism Schools in Session Patreon community, or join my 6-week training called The White Liberal's Guide to Dismantling the Racism Within. 12 steps to becoming a safe person for Black people. Now that's a good way to celebrate Juneteenth. All right, I want you to imagine a wood-burning fireplace. Once the fire goes out, even if you don't add more wood to the fireplace, there's still going to be evidence of the fire that was in the fireplace. Because what's left behind once the fire goes out? You have 3 things. You have mineral ash, you have charcoal, and you have soot. And it will remain there until someone comes to clean it up. Now, I want you to think about systemic racism in the same way. What are the 3 things that systemic racism in the past has left behind for us today in the present? 3 things: racist laws, racist policies, and racist practices. And those 3 things, the evidence of the systemic racism of the past that still exists today, those are the reasons why most white people do not celebrate Juneteenth. Because racist laws, policies, and practices have intentionally not taught you the facts about U.S. history. They have eliminated it from your schools, from the education system. They've banned the books that teach the facts about history. And in the process, they have conditioned you to reject the facts about history completely and to get angry and aggressive and bothered and frustrated when Black people speak the truth and the facts about U.S. history. So what happens as a result? You become indifferent, you become apathetic, you become selfish because you don't want to hear anything that is different from what you've been taught. And you don't know this, but you not celebrating Juneteenth, you not knowing what Juneteenth is, and your visceral, negative, aggressive, sometimes abusive reaction to Black people talking about Juneteenth or talking about racism or talking about the history and the facts of racism in America, your reaction is actually the evidence of the systemic racism and anti-Black racism of the past that continues on today. And it's time for you to clean it up.